was done. She read back, and she let him have it again, man. She said, why don't you kiss? Hey, kiss this. And I don't mean on my rosy red lips. Hey, me and you, we're through. And there's only one thing left for you to do. You just come on over here one last time, pucker up and close your eyes and kiss this. Hey, kiss this. And I don't mean on my rosy red lips. Hey, me and you, we're through. And there's only one thing left for you to do. You just come on over here one last time, pucker up and close your eyes and kiss this. Goodbye. Hey, kiss this. Goodbye.
Locally owned and trusted, QP Stock Feeds supplies quality bagged and bulk feed, produce, rural merchandise, steel supplies and fabrication services. For top quality products and expert service, choose QP every time. QP Stock Feeds, made to perform.
Catching up in a neon light. Didn't know till we walked in, it was karaoke night. She was in a circle of girls chasing a shot with a line. She was laughing, they were daring her to get on the mic. One of them walked up and turned in her name. Next thing I knew, man, she was up on the stage singing Heads Carolina, Tails California. Maybe she'd fall for a boy from South Georgia. She's got the bar in the palm of her hand, and she's a 90s country fan like I am. Hey, I got a Chevy, she can flip a quarter. I'd drive her anywhere from here to California. When this song is over, I gotta find her, 'cause she had me at Heads Carolina. Yeah, she knew every word by heart, didn't need no screen. No, I was raising my glass up for her and saw her smiling at me. Yeah, she had me down in the front by the end of verse 2, like there wasn't no one else in the room. We were singing Heads Carolina, Tails California. Maybe she'd fall for a boy from South Georgia. She's got the bar in the palm of her hand, and she's a 90s country fan like I am. Hey, I got a Chevy, she can flip a quarter. I'd drive her anywhere from here to California. When this song is over, I gotta find her, 'cause she had me at Heads Carolina. Yeah, I bought her around and we talked till the lights came on. I still see that girl every time I hear that song. Heads Carolina, Tails California. Maybe she'd fall for a boy from South Georgia. She's got the bar in the palm of her hand.
There's a new breed in town. He loves a cow. Game changer. Kickers get shaking. Them girls get to painting on denim and make
Locally owned and trusted, Kewpie Stock Feeds supplies quality bagged and bulk feed, produce, rural merchandise, steel supplies and fabrication services. For top quality products and expert service, choose Kewpie every time. Kewpie Stock Feeds, made to perform.
Looks good with my old boots. I don't think I own a tie at all. I say yes ma'am and hey y'all. Ain't much on small talk. When I do, it's with a slow southern drawl. I live life like an old muscle car. Even I can't believe I'm still running this hard. Well, I was raised on hag songs, baptized in neon, fell in love and then moved on. Misery and gin, you can't fix crazy, so don't try to save me. I'm happy as I've ever been. I've always been comfortable in my honky-tonk skin. Well, my favorite ball cap is good and broken. Ain't much at all, y'all, for new fads and trends. I go to church, pray for my Friday night sins. I sit there on Sunday with my beer drinking friends. I'll be right here at my second home, mixing my country with the Rolling Stones. I was raised on hag songs.
There's a new breed in town. He was a cow. It's a game changer.
Another one, bro. Talk to him. Running over red lights. Pull up to the club just to get the head right. I do this shit every night. You can call it limelight, I'ma call it my life. Shawty looking alright. TK jeans on, skin tight. She been shaking that tail light. Got me frozen in the road like a deer in the headlights. Ooh, backwoods wanna know if you can roll. Got some rock on the rock, ice cold. Got the coupe on a new town road. Real low, low. I know we just met, but girl, let's roll. Let's roll. Let's go. She said, take me to the country, show Shawty messing with a pro now. I'm a pro now. I'm the who, what, when, where to go now. Show sold out. From the front to the back, hip hop or the hold down. Got the game on the go route. I'm the black Tom Brady in this, I'm the GOAT now. Shawty, I'm so wild. Heartlands out the SoCal. Better know now. I know we just met, but girl, let's roll. Let's roll. Oh, let's roll, let's roll. I'll go anywhere you wanna go.
Locally owned and trusted, QP Stock Feeds supplies quality bagged and bulk feed, produce, rural merchandise, steel supplies and fabrication services. For top quality products and expert service, choose QP every time. QP Stock Feeds, made to perform.
Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. We gon' have some fun. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Oh, backwoods wanna know if you can roll. That's a rock on the rock, ice cold. Got the coupe on a Newtown road. Real low. Oh, backwoods wanna know if you can roll. That's a rock on the rock, ice cold. Got the coupe on a Newtown road. She said, take me to the country. Show me where you're from. I said, shawty, you gon' love me, and we gon' have some fun. I break out my big wheel, and you can climb on up, girl. I think you a big deal. I show your boy some love. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. We gon' have some fun. Jack makes good whiskey. Red dirt makes good riding roads. Country makes good music for kicking up dust in a tail light glow. Dry wood makes good fires. Good years make good swings. All that's all good, but for me, God makes 5'9" brown eyes and a sundress. Loves Tim McGraw and a small town accent. Ain't no way that me and this truck made her fall in love. Jack makes good whiskey, but God makes the good stuff. Oh, God makes the good stuff. Like that sweet little kiss she lays on me when I pull up in the gravel drive. The way she dances with the raindrops, like she's the reason why they fall from the sky. And I thank him every time I close my eyes. God makes
New breed in town. She was a cow. Game changer.
Thank you very much, Sir Marty, for settling herd number 1 today, and welcome back to the 30th anniversary of the Darling Downs Cutting Club Futurity Show here in Dalby, Queensland, here at the Dalby Equestrian Centre. Thank you very much to Shine Lawyers. Also thank you to Calnet Quarter Horses, Criterion Hotel, Superfloats Warwick, Letterbuck Services, Services, Jason and Rachel Leach. Also thank you to Dalby Radiator Works, Paul Maloney Equine Services, Sunkiss Quarter Horse Stud, Thomas Arena Products, Bill Goodman Transport, QP Stock Feeds, McCallum Performance Horses, 2 Bob Salary, Simpson Pastoral, Jody Cowley at Ray White Rural Queensland, and also thank you to Toowoomba Truck Spares. Also thank you to our cattle suppliers, Cam Agricultural Group and Wonga Plains Feedlot. Also thank you to our judges, Craig Sim, Bob Guest, Steve Byrne, our cutters rep Phil Dawson, our timekeeper Reg Nolan, our arena director Rowan McKee. Also thank you to our show secretary Nadine Friend, also our photographer Lauren Clark, our cattle transporter Grant Goodman from Bill Goodman Transport, and also thank you to Jaden in the backyards. Also thank you to Scotty Wilson for all the behind scenes action he's been making happen as well. And also thank you to our webcast provider Ray Cooper from Just Cutting. Good morning, good afternoon, and welcome back our viewers. My name's Brent Cann, and I'll be your announcer here on day number 3 of 9 that we're looking at today. We'll see the second go round of the Snafflebit Futurity, and then we'll see 3 herds in the first go round of the Open Derby, 3 rounds in the first round of the non-pro Futurity, so 8 herds in total. So that'll be our schedule of events today on day number 3. So good luck to all our competitors, breeders and owners. So Dan Steers is going to be first to cross the timeline here this morning. Then we'll have Damien Overton, then Jim McCallum, Bridie Hughes and Dan Steers, Lane Hanson. That'll take us up to number 6. We're all starting with Dan Steers here this morning. So the top 10 goes back to the finals. That will be happening tomorrow afternoon as our last event on the program on day number 4. So best of luck to our competitors that are all aiming to make that top 10. And then we'll crown our first champions for 2025 here at the 30th anniversary show. So this will be the Katingal New South Wales competitor, number 1 on the draw. This will be Mr. Dan Steers, going to be showing Springer Cat, owned by Dan and Pia Steers. This one a mare that was sired by Yaven Spinner Cat out of Elmore Spring and was bred by Dan and Pia Steers.
Took off to Tennessee, I heard that you made fun of me. Never imagined I'd make it this far. Then you married into money, girl. Ain't it a cruel and funny world? He took your dreams and he tore them apart. He never comes home and you're always alone, and your kids hear you cry down the hall. Alarm clock starts ringing, who could that be singing? It's me, I'm crazy standing here today. I couldn't make you love me, but I always dreamed about living in your radio. How do you like me now? Yeah. How do you like me now? Now that I'm on my way, you still think I'm crazy standing here today. I couldn't make you love me, but I always dreamed about living in your radio. How do you like me now? Tell me, baby.
Thank you there, Dan. That was Mr. Dan Steers from Katingal, New South Wales, and that was Springer Cat, owned by Dan and Pia Steers. And that was a mare side by Yaven Spinner Cat out of Elmora Spring. So Damien Overton will be next to show. Then we'll have Jim McCallum, Bridie Hughes, Dan Steers, Lane Hanson, and Savannah Brown.
Hit me hard, baby, I can take it. It's your move, go on and make it. Make it burn the whole way down. Lay my 6'4" out on the ground. Yeah, tomorrow I'll have me a heart hangover and one hell of a heartache. Pour it on my shot of whiskey and shoot me straight.
So 217 on the show there for Dan, 217. So that'll be a total of 429.5 over the 2 rounds, 429.5. Let's move to the Brisbane Valley Queensland competitor, Mr. Damien Overton, with BQHR Hooked on Boone, owned by Damien. This one in mare that was signed by Twice in a Blue Boone out of Majestic Drive and was bred by Susan Gibson. Best of luck to Damien.
South across the border for the pesos and a different horse to ride. I'd be back to me, rodeo in Waco. That was long before I saw them dark brown eyes. Oh, and long black hair and English bad and broken. Her body said the word she couldn't find. As I hung on every word she left unspoken. Well, the questions started leaning on my mind. Rodeo from Mexico. They both keep a cowboy satisfied. Rodeo from Mexico. The only way I know how to decide is to skid on and ride. We danced all night beneath that sheet of cotton. And you just don't tell a girl like that goodbye. But the cowboy life ain't easily forgotten. Though lying there, I couldn't help but wonder why. Rodeo from Mexico. They both keep a cowboy satisfied. Rodeo from Mexico. The only way I know how to decide is to skid on and ride.
Thank you very much there, Damien. That was Mr. Damien Overton from Brisbane Valley, Queensland, and that was VQHR Hooked on Boone, owned by Damien. And that was a mare side by Twice in a Blue Boone out of Majestic Drive. So Jim McCallum will be next. Then we've got Bridie Hughes, Dan Steers, Lane Hanson, Savannah Brown, then Brooke West. So thank you very much to Dalby Radiator Works, based in 16 Loudon Road, Dalby, Queensland. Make sure you stop by the team and say thank you. Are recognised in radiators, air conditioning and cooling systems. Next competitor makes his home at Walker, New South Wales. So 2:16.5 on the show there for Damien. That'll be a total of 4:30 over the 2 rounds. So this will be Mr. Jim McCallum, going to be showing My Last Dollar, owned by the McCallum Performance Horses. This one a gelding that was side by Yaven Spinnacat, had a one-time baby and was bred by Tom Williamson in Glen Innes, New South Wales.
Boardwalks empty, the gray stole the blue from the sky. Ain't nobody watching the sun burning into the night. Nobody's hanging around making out in the photo booth. Guess this old beach town burned out with me and you. I can see the smoke rolling off your lips. Feel my fingers running through the belt loops on your hips. I guess you had to go, had other things in mind. I never thought you'd leave me behind. I see I was just another sunset fading in your eyes. I may never love another like my girl of the summer. I can see your feet on my dash, dark hair in the breeze. The hunger in them golden brown eyes staring holes through me. Grinding through the gravel past the trains to that old junkyard. The things we uncovered on top of those abandoned cars. I can feel the steel sticking to my back. Feel the wind howling through the trains on the tracks. Counting every star, crossing every line. Always thinking that you'd be mine. I see I was just another sunset fading in your eyes. I may never love another like my girl of the summer.
Thank you very much there, Jim. That was Mr. Jim McCallum from Walker, New South Wales, and that was My Last Dollar, owned by the McCallum Performance Horses. And that was a gelding side by Yaven Spinnacat at a one-time baby. So Bridie Hughes will be next to show. Then we've got Dan Steers, Lane Hanson, Savannah Brown, Brooke West and Marcus Baldwin. Thank you to suppliers of the non-pro Futurity champion. Will receive a free service for Granite. Granite needs no introduction. He's proven himself in both the cutting and can drafting arena.
Again, send in the rodeo clowns. I've had enough of this bull. I've been stomped and throwed
So 2:16 on the show there for Jim, and that'll be a total of 4:32 over the 2 rounds. 4:32. We'll now move to the Bigoton Queensland competitor. This will be number 4 on the draw. This will be Miss Bridie Hughes with Millie Scent, owned by the Nathan Wilson Training Stables. This one a mare that was side by Benira, our Tallis and Acre, and was bred by Nathan Wilson.
I've tried living it risky. on and on. Guess we're gonna have to wait for all the pages to turn. Find out if it's right or if it's wrong. You live and learn. You live and learn.
Thank you there, Bridie. That was Miss Bridie Hughes from Biggerton, Queensland, and that was Millie Sant, owned by the Nathan Wilson Training Stables. And that was a mare side by Benire out of Tallis and Acre. So Dan Steers will be next. Then we've got Lane Hanson, Savannah Brown, Brooke West, Marcus Baldwin, and Jackson Ball. Thank you to Welsh Horse and Saddle, Troy Welsh, a great supporter of the Darling Downs Cutting Club Futurity show for a lot of years. Make sure you contact Troy today for your next custom saddle. So 213.5 on the show there for Bridie, and that'll be a total of 410 over the 2 rounds, 410. So this will be number 5 on the draw, Katingal, New South Wales competitor, Mr. Dan Steers. Going to be showing Spin Me One Stylish Cat, owned by Dan and Pia Steers. This one a mare that was side by the Metallist out of Would Be Stylish, was bred by Sue Parker. Thank you very much there, Dan. That was Mr. Dan Steers from Katingal, New South Wales. And that was Spin Me One Stylish Cat, owned by Dan and Pia Steers. And that was a mare side by the Metallist out of Would Be Stylish. So Lane Hanson will be next. Then we've got Savannah Brown, then Brooke West, Marcus Baldwin, Jackson Ball and Ben O'Reilly. So 211 on the show there for Dan, 211, and that'll be a total of 400 over the 2 rounds. So next competitor makes his home at Maclegan, Queensland. This will be Mr. Lane Hanson with South Fork Jazzman, owned by the South Fork Investments Propriety Limited. This one a gelding that was sired by Sandman out of Boo Book, Jewel and Jazzy, and was bred by Malcolm Davison.
Hard as I worked all day, I'm gonna work hard loving on you. There's a little dive on a dead-end road called the Cross-Eyed Creek Watering Hole, where you can hear the sound of a steel guitar and get loud and rowdy on PBR. But at the top of every hour, man, you can hear a pin drop as old Jack drops in a quarter and plays Merle on the jukebox, and we stop and tip our hats and raise our glasses of cold beer. They say country's fading, but we're still waving that flag around here. When it's time to go, you know you're welcome back, where the people pledge allegiance to the flag. When the weekend comes and the weather's clear, there's a high spot 15 miles from here, where you can always find a few dusty trucks with the windows down and the radio up. We sit there popping tops, shooting bull and singing songs, but you can bet your boots that when Haggard comes on, we tip our hats and raise our glasses of cold beer. They say country's fading, but we're still waving that flag around here. And when it's time to go, you know you will.
Thank you very much, Elaine. That was Mr. Lane Hanson from Maclegan, Queensland. That was the South Fork Jazzman, owned by the South Fork Investments Propriety Limited. And there was a gelding sired by Sandman out of Boo Book, Jewel and Jazzy. So Savannah Brown will be next. Then we'll have Brooke West, Marcus Baldwin, Jackson Ball, Ben O'Reilly, then Kelly Dudley. Also the Open Futurity for the 2025 of our Futurity show will receive a service to the standout US sire, Sniper. It's one of our great awards up for grabs for our 30th anniversary. So our next competitor makes a home at Barrabar, New South Wales. This will be number 7 on the draw.
Sticks and rocks, even though you'd like to smack her with your metal tackle box, you gotta throw out a line, reel it back in. If you catch a boo, you gotta cast it out again. You know you'll never catch a keeper if you sit around and cry, so get back in that boat and fish.
So I'll update you with Lane's score very soon as we now move to Savannah Brown with Tesla, owned by Savannah Brown. This one a gelding that was signed by Rolls-Royce out of Yaven Metallic Jitterbug and was bred by John Corbett.
So don't say farewell to forever, like happy ever after ain't never gonna work.
Tonight it's gonna take a little bit more than the average, throw it down. It's been one of those weeks I'd rather forget about. Get a plastic sheet for the bed of your truck, fill it full of beer
Thank you very much there, Savannah. That was Savannah Brown from Barrabar, New South Wales, and that was the Tesla owned by Savannah Brown, and that was a gelding side by Rolls-Royce out of Yaven Metallic Jitterbug. So Brooke West will be next, and we'll have Marcus Baldwin, Jackson Ball, Ben O'Reilly, Kelly Dudley, then Dave Manchin. Thank you to Two Bob Saddlery Co., our exclusive Australian agents for Jeff Smith's Saddles. Well, that marking's coming there through to Savannah. Also updating Lane's score as well. So we'll now move to the Maloon New South Wales competitor, number 8 on the draw, Brooke West, with Classic Storm, owned by Brooke. This one a mare that was side by Metallic Storm out of Classic Goldie's Image and was bred by Kylie Taddy.
Friday payday, Lord, they gotta get away. Had it with a wife thing, living on a shoestring. What's a poor girl gotta do just to have some fun? Well, all these years without any help, guess what, honey? Clothes just don't wash themselves. Neither do dishes, neither does a bathroom floor. So now if anyone asks tonight that they would, I'll be down in Mississippi and up to no good. No more water, boy, had enough, I'm out the door, headed for a breakdown, had it with a small town. Gonna call Lisa, gonna call Carla, see. Well, now we're gonna let it roll, gonna let it rip, gonna get us a nice room down on the strip. Now that we'll need it, there won't be any sleeping tonight. So now if anyone asks tonight that they would, we'll be down in Mississippi and up to no good. Well, hammer down, here we go, running for the riverboat. All you're gonna see is asses and elbows. Let's about to change for these three queens. Tired of getting jokers, dealers of kings. Well, hammer down, here we go, running for the riverboat. All you're gonna see is asses and elbows. Let's about to change for these three queens. Tired of getting jokers, dealers of kings. Snake eyes, roll the dice, double down and hit me twice. Cashing the big chips, gonna leave a big tip. Hotter than a $2 pistol, baby, I'm on fire. So now, if anyone else tonight if they would, I'll be down in Mississippi and up to no good.
Thank you very much there, Brooke. That was Brooke West from Maloon, New South Wales, and that was Classic Storm, owned by Brooke West. And that was a mare side by Metallic Storm out of Classic Goldie's Image. So Marcus Baldwin will be next, and Jackson Ball, Ben O'Reilly, Kelly Dudley, then Dave Manchin, then Luke Schulte. We'll update you with all those scores very soon. Just a couple of technical problems. So thank you to QP Stock Feeds, more than just a great stock feed. So we'll now move to the Owens Gap New South Wales competitor, number 9 on our draw.
And the way it might have been without you here. I don't know if words for me can still upset you, but I've just gotta make this memory stand clear. I know I'm leaving here a better man, knowing you this way.
So this will be Mr. Marcus Baldwin on this occasion. Going to be showing 2-pack tinsel owned by the Kahlua Holdings. This one a mare that was side by 2-pack cat out of Doc's Little Honeybee and was bred by Leanne and Anthony Butler.
so have found a home. My sweet Caroline, from your loving arms I've strayed. In your heart may you find dear forgiveness, I pray. A fool to temptation, oh, I surely played. I come to you now for salvation. Have mercy in love's name. My sweet Caroline, from your loving arms I've strayed. In your heart may you find dear forgiveness, I pray. The chilling cry of sin's wrath sings like thunder through my head. I find no rest now, no comfort in a cold, dark, lonely bed.
Thank you very much there, Marcus. That was Marcus Baldwin from Owens Gap, New South Wales, and that was Two-Pack Tinsel, owned by the Kahlua Holdings. And that was a mare that was side by Two-Pack Cat at a Doc's Little Honeybee. Okay, to catch up with our scores, Lane Hanson South Fork Jazzman was a 195 with a total of 409.5. Savannah Brown was 205 with a total of 389 over the 2 rounds. Brook West was 216.5 with a total of 433.5 over the 2 rounds. So that's our new aggregate leader as right now, Brook West.
Then the next thing that I know, Santa postcard from Pasadena saying, don't call.
So all that marking's come through there, Marcus. We'll move to the Condamine Queensland competitor, Jackson Ball with Boda Fancy 1, owned by Mr. Brian Guest. This one a mare that was side by One Stylish Pepto out of Peel Vale Fancy Chicks and was bred by Riley Gibson.
People here in Victorville, country music singers have always been a real close family. But lately some of my kinfolks have disowned a few others than me. I guess it's because I
Thank you very much, Sir Jackson. That was Mr. Jackson Ball from Condamine, Queensland, and that was Voter Fancy 1, owned by Mr. Brian Guest. And that was a mare side by One Stylish Pepto out of Peel Vale Fancy Chicks. So Marcus Baldwin, he was a 205 there in round number 2, that last competitor. And that was a total of 410, and I'll get Jackson Ball's marking very soon. So Ben O'Reilly's going to be next, and we've got Kelly Dudley, Dave Manchin, Luke Schulte, then Lane Hansen. So we've got about 5 more to go in this herd. First herd here this morning. So 207 there for Jackson with a total of 423.5 over the 2 rounds. So this will be Ben O'Reilly from Tamworth, New South Wales with Neeps Olivia, owned by the West Acre Performance Horses. This one a mare that was side by Yaven Spinnercat out of Neeps Matilda and was bred by the West Acre Performance Horses.
There's a plane flying out here tonight. Destination New Orleans. Boss man says my big promotion's on the line. He says that's right where I need to be. Lately I've been on the road more than I've been home. All this leaving her alone is killing me. And holding her right now has got me thinking more and more. This is right where I need to be. Where when I hear her, I can see her, I can smell her sweet perfume. I can feel her skin against me when I sleep. Where I won't miss her, I can kiss her anytime that I want to. Yeah, that's right where I need to be. Yeah, that's right where I need to be. Wow. There's a plane flying out of here tonight with an empty first class seat. 'Cause I finally got all my priorities in line. I'm right where I need to be. Where when I hear her, I can see her, I can smell her sweet perfume. I can feel her skin against me when I...
Thank you very much, Sir Ben. That was Mr. Ben O'Reilly from Tamworth, New South Wales, and that was Neeps Olivia, owned by the West Acre Performance Horses. And that was a mare side by Yaven Spinnercat out of Neeps Matilda. So Kelly Dudley will be next, and we've got Dave Manchin, Luke Schulte, then Lane Hansen. So 4 more to show here on our first herd of 2 in our Snafflebit Futurity go-round number 2, the Peyton Hansen Memorial.
Cotton on the roadside, cotton in the ditch. We all picked the cotton, but we never got rich. Daddy was a veteran, a Southern Democrat. They ought to get a rich man to vote like that, singing.
So 208 on the show there for Ben, and that'll be a total of 420 over the 2 rounds, 420. So this will be the Warwick, Queensland competitor next to show. Crossing that pony equine time line, this will be Miss Kelly Dudley with Red Man Horizon, owned by Kelly. This one a gelding that was side by Bad Boon Horizon at a Seconds Perfect and was Perfect Moon and was bred by Kelly Dudley.
Well, somebody told us Wall Street fell, but we were so poor that we couldn't tell. Cotton was short and the weeds were tall.
Should have been different, but it wasn't
Thank you there, Kelly. That was Miss Kelly Dudley from Warwick, Queensland, and that was number 12 on our draw, Red Man Arising, owned by Kelly Dudley. And that was a gelding side by Bad Moon Arising out of Seckham's Perfect Moon. So got 3 more to show in this herd. Dave Mansion, Luke Schulte, Lane Hansen. Pony Equine is an Australian-owned company designing quality horse tack for all their products. Are trialled and tested for years to ensure the durability of our product is 100%. Visit ponyequine.com.au to see their full range.
Honey, you should see all the stars up there. They shine so bright through the cold night air. I'm gonna build you a fire that'll burn real
So I'll
hot.
update you with Kelly's score very soon as we move to the Tamworth, New South Wales competitor. This will be Mr. Dave Mansion.
I got my four-wheel drive and I'm ready to roll. I wanna go flying up an old dirt
So 188 there for Kelly, and that'll be a total of 397 over the 2 rounds. 397. So number 13's where we're looking at. Dave Mansion. He'll be next. So Mr. Dave Mansion's going to be showing a Red Beretta owned by the Flex Horse Propriety Limited. This one a mare that was side by NPH Gonna Be a Good Night out of Del Rio Chisholm and was bred by Phil Mansion out of Tamworth, New South Wales.
will follow the tracks where they push the herd.
7 years old on a gold palomino. Well, I sat up tall with my face to the wind. I'd seen the rodeo, cowboys in Reno, so I dug in my booze heels and pulled on the reins. Blaze, he took off running. He threw me down off the side. Then my Uncle Jim picked me up once again, said get back on that pony and ride. Get back on that pony and ride. So lift up your head, boy, I know how you're feeling. You say you won't ride with a chance you might lose. You've fallen from love and your head is still reeling. Your heart and your pride have been shaken and bruised. And like Blaze, she took off running. Love threw you down off the side. Stand up again, shake it off if you can. Get back on that pony and ride. Get back on that pony and ride. I'm not saying forget what you lost. I suppose there's a purpose in pain. What we make of ourselves has a cost, and it's paid every time we take hold of the reins. So dust off your blue jeans, get back in the saddle. Losing's a place to start over again. Getting back up there is half of the battle. And love like a pony should race with the wind. And like Blaze, it takes off running. It may throw you down off the side.
Thank you very much there, Dave. That was Mr. Dave Mansion from Tamworth, New South Wales, and that was Red Beretta, owned by the Flex Horse Propriety Limited. And that was a mare side by NPH, Gonna Be a Good Night, out of Del Rio Chisholm. So we've got 2 more to show in this herd, Luke Schulte and Lane Hansen in our Peyton Hansen Memorial Snafflebit Futurity, brought to us by Jason and Rachel Leach.
By Willie Haggard and Jones. There's a picture of Elvis and old John Wayne hanging side by side on the wall. And down at Joe's place, it's still the old way. Pickled eggs in a jar and a blue ribbon sign. Old boys and banks.
So 208.5 there for Dave. A total of 422 as we're watching Luke Schulte with 2 times Smart, owned by the Lunacore Propriety Limited. And this is side by Tasser and Smart out of Jessica Smart.
A few hangers on are still hanging out at the bar. Yeah, the telephone rings. She swears there's nothing wrong, but something's missing. She's never been much good at telling lies, 'cause you can hear the sounds of leaving if you listen. This may be California, but Oklahoma's in her eyes. And I've got a good thing going. It's plain to see she's tired of hanging on. Yes, I've got a good thing going, and it's killing me that she's as good as gone. By now she must be tired of always giving, and tired of what she's getting in return. I guess Oklahoma's more her style of living, 'cause I can see her heart is heading across a bridge I thought she'd burn.
Thank you very much there, Luke. That was Mr. Luke Schulte from Rolleston, Queensland, and that was 2 times Smart, owned by the Lunacore Propriety Limited, ATF Hammer Holdings Trust. And that was a mare that was side by Tasser and Smart out of Jessica Smart. So we've got one more to show in this herd, and Chris will be Lane Hanson. Then we'll have the Chris Ware herd settling team will be settling our next herd of the day. We'll keep things rolling through as well. Will be no drag, so we'll keep rolling things through.
Tired of my beeper, tired of my phone, tired of this tired old tie I got on. Sick of this traffic jam that I'm in, we all get sick of it all now.
So 180 on the show there for Luke. That'll be a total of 394 over the 2 rounds. Well, let's move to the McLagan Queensland competitor. Number 15 on the draw. So thank you to Jodie Cowley at Ray White Rural Queensland, specialising in rural properties throughout Queensland. You can follow her on Facebook or contact her at 045754 0191. So this will be Mr. Lane Hanson with Little Rich Mitch, owned by Andrew and Renee Richardson out of Roma, Queensland. This one a mare that was side by Call Me Mitch out of Dr. Pepper and was bred by Andrew and Renee Richardson.
I feel like a fish jerked out of the sea, or a bird in a cage I've never seen.
A lot of people called it prison when I was growing up, but these are my roots and this is what I love. 'Cause everybody knows me and I know them, and I believe that's the way we were supposed to live. I wouldn't trade one single day here in small town USA. Give me a Saturday night, my baby by my side, a little Hank Jr. and a 6-pack of light, an old dirt road, and I'll be just fine. Give me a Sunday morning that's full of grace, a simple life
break our backs just to earn a buck. We never get ahead, but we have enough. I watch people leave and then come right back. I never wanted any part of that, and I'm proud to say I love this place, good old small town USA. Give me a Saturday night, my baby by my side, David Allen Coe and a six-pack of light, an old dirt road, and I'll be just fine. Give me a Sunday morning that's full of grace, a simple life, and I'll be okay here in small town USA. Oh yeah.
Thank you very much there, Lane. That was Lane Hanson from Maclagan, Queensland, and that was Little Rich Mitch, owned by Andrew and Renee Richardson. And that was a mare side by Call Me Mitch out of Dr. Pepper. Well, that concludes herd number one, so we'll have the Chris Ware herd settling team to please be on standby. We're going to head on over and do some shopping at Casey Sallery, Mavericks West to Wear here this morning in between herds. Head on over and see Sonia, our caterer, as well. Can do that as well. So we'll be coming back to our second herd of the Snafflebit Futurity go round number 2. So 188 on the show there for Lane, and that'll be a total of 399.5. So cutting fans, we'll be back very soon.
She cut me loose and caught herself a somewhere wind. I haven't heard a word and haven't seen her since. She disappeared quicker than this double.
Locally owned and trusted, QP Stock Feeds supplies quality bagged and bulk feed, produce, rural merchandise, steel supplies and fabrication services. For top quality products and expert service, choose QP every time. QP Stock Feeds, made to perform.
That's where all them exes go. If she ain't with me out here in Tennessee, then I don't know where she's headed. If I'm guessing, I reckon she's probably in Texas. She's probably in Texas. She's probably in Texas. She's probably in Texas.
cow. Game changing.
Locally owned and trusted, QP Stock Feeds supplies quality bagged and bulk feed, produce, rural merchandise, steel supplies and fabrication services. For top quality products and expert service, choose QP every time. QP Stock Feeds, made to perform.
The sun was setting as fast as my slow drag as I watched her leave. I always knew one day the spotlight, long bus ride, my dead end streets. Yeah. But when it came to love, I thought we had enough. Then again, what do I know?
hit a twist for me, baby. Hit a rip for me, baby. Take another shot, get lit for me, baby. Ooh-wee. It's a 1:45. What you wanna do? Cocaine, country dancing with you. I think a bit of cocaine, country dancing will do. Come on, let's get it going. You know what I need. Well, I'll twist for you, baby. Hit a rip for you, baby. Take another shot, get lit for you, baby. Oh, hey. It's a 3:45. Do we have any more? Okay. Country dancing for you. Your cocaine, country dancing for you. It's a 1:45. We've been looking for fun. It's a 1:45. Or what you wanna do? It's a 2:45.
Locally owned and trusted, QP Stock Feeds supplies quality bagged and bulk feed, produce, rural merchandise, steel supplies and fabrication services. For top quality products and expert service, choose QP every time. QP Stock Feeds, made to perform.
Okay, so we did have one change in there. Number 6, Lane Hanson. South Fork Jazzman went down to 190 with a total of 404.5.
You might find us early sunrising, tractor driving, growing your greens. Staying alive, working 9 to 5, just living that American dream. We're the plumbers and the preachers, the pre-K teachers, the mailmen in your neighborhood. It don't matter what.
New breed in town. Was a cow. Game changer.
Locally owned and trusted, QP Stock Feeds supplies quality bagged and bulk feed, produce, rural merchandise, steel supplies and fabrication services. For top quality products and expert service, choose QP every time. QP Stock Feeds, made to perform.
We've all seen enough wrong and right. No, everything's not black and white. There's always something in between. No matter how long or well you live, you don't get anything you don't give. Still, no slate is clean.
Thank you very much, Sir Dean, for settling herd number 2 today, and welcome back to the 30th anniversary of the Darling Downs Cutting Club Futurity Show here at Dalby, Queensland, here at the Dalby Equestrian Centre. Thank you to Shine Lawyers, also Cadillac Quarter Horses, Criterion Hotels, Super Floats Warwick, Letterbuck Pro Services, Scotty Wilson Equine Services, Jason and Rachel Leach. Also thank you to Dalby Radiator Works, Paul Maloney Equine Services, Sunkist Quarter Horse Stud, Thomas Arena Products, Bill Goodman Transport, QP Stock Feeds, also McCallum Performance Horses, Two Bob Salary, Simpson Pastoral, Jody Cowley at Ray White Rural Queensland, and Toowoomba Truck Spares. So thank you to our cattle suppliers, Cam Agricultural Group and Wonga Plains Feedlot. Also thank you to our judges, Craig Sim, Bob Guest and Steve Byrne, our timekeeper Reg Nolan, our cutters rep Phil Dawson, our arena director Rowan McKee, our photographer Lauren Clark, our cattle transporter Grant Goodman from Bill Goodman Transport. Also thank you to Jaden in the backyards and the boys. And also thank you to our show secretary Nadine Friend. Also thank you to our webcast provider Ray Cooper from Just Cutting, and welcome back our viewers. So we're going to move into herd number 2 of the Snafflebit Futurity, go round number 2, the Peyton Hansen Memorial event, brought to us by Jason and Rachel Leach, as they aim to make that top 10 finals. That'll be tomorrow afternoon, our first finals here at our 9-day event here at Dalby for 2025. So best of luck to our competitors here in this herd number 2. Also, heads up to competitors, do need to sign a form for moving horses. They've got those declarations over in the office. If you can sign them as soon as possible, that'd be greatly appreciated. So right now the aggregate leader is Brook West with Classique Storm of 133.5 as right now. We'll see number 16 to number 30 in this herd. So best of luck to our competitors. Number 16 is where we're going to start things off at with the Durai New South Wales competitor. So we'll have a total around 8 herds today here on day number 3. After our Snafflebit Futurity has concluded, we'll move to the first go-round of the Open Derby. There'll be 3 herds in that event, and then we'll have 3 herds in the first go-round of the non-pro Futurity.
She never knew what his cause might bring. With a cowboy like him, it could be anything. And she always expected the worst in the back of her mind. He said it's cold out here and I'm all alone. Didn't make the short go again, and I'm coming home. I know I've been away too long. I never got a chance to ride a car.
So heads up to competitors when leaving the venue here throughout the show. Make sure you clean up your tape yards and stabling. Put all manure and excess hay in a pile so they can bring in with the bobcats as well. So just a heads up, a little bit of maintenance throughout the show. So we'll have the prawn and chicken night this Saturday night. We've got the bar facility as well and DJ entertainment till late. That'll be our Saturday night entertainment. It's our Feedlot Team Challenge. That'll be happening as our last event on the program on Friday afternoon. A couple events coming your way. A little bit extra entertainment. Enjoy our 30th anniversary. Well, let's watch Chris Ware with Metallic Macy, owned by the One Gum Training Stables. This one, a mare that was sired by NMS One Night Stand out of Miss Metallic Cat and was bred by the Kempsey Quarter Horses.
Then slowly turned around and gave it one last look.
I got ketchup on my blue jeans that just burned my hand. Lord, it's hard to be a bachelor man. I got girls that can cook, I got girls that can clean, I got girls that can do anything in between. I gotta get ready, make everything right, 'cause all my rowdy friends are coming over tonight. Do you wanna drink? Hey, do you wanna party? Hey honey, this is old Hank, ready to get the thing started. We cooked a pig in the ground, got some beer on ice, and all my rowdy friends are coming over tonight. Now my party pad is out in the woods. It's a long, long way from here to Hollywood. But I got some natural queens out on the floor, and old Miss Mississippi just walked through the door. Got a little whirlpool just made for 10, and you can jump out and you can jump in. You can do anything that you wanna do, but don't you step on my cowboy boots. Do you wanna drink? Hey, do you wanna party? Hey, this is old Hank, ready to get the summer started. I cooked a pig in the ground, we got some beer on ice, and all my rowdy friends are coming over tonight.
Thank you very much there, Chris. That was Chris Ware from Durai, New South Wales, and that was Metallic Macy, owned by the One Gum Training Stables. And that was a mare sired by NMS, a One Night Stand out of Miss Metallic Cat.
See a deer, you see Bambi.
So Tessa Zappa will be next, and we have Wayne Brown, Michael Rapley, Hannah Danziger, then Jesse Britton. That'll take us to number 21.
Like you think picnics, and I see a large mouth up under that log. You're probably thinking that
So 216 on the show there for Chris today, 216, so that'll be a total of 430 over the 2 rounds. So we'll now move to the Willow Tree, New South Wales competitor, number 17. This will be Mrs. Tessa Zappa with Stylish Good Duck, owned by Mrs. Tessa Zappa. This one a mare that was sired by I'm a Good Duck out of Smart Poco Lena and was bred by the Webb family.
sounds crazy, and I'd like to give it a whirl. He wore that cowboy hat to cover up his horns. Sweet talking fork-head tongue had a tempting charm. Before I turned around, that girl was gone. All I can say is, bartender, pour me something strong. Here's to the past, they can kiss my glass. I hope she's happy with him. Here's to the girl who wrecked my world, that angel who did me in. I think the devil drives a coupe de ville. I watched him drive away over the hill, not against her will. I've got time to kill down in Broken Heartsville. It was long and chrome sitting in the lot. Fire engine red, that thing was hot. He revved it up, she waved goodbye. Love's gone to hell, and so have I. Here's to the past, they can kiss my glass. I hope she's happy with him.
Thank you very much there, Tessa. That was Mrs. Tessa Zappa from Willow Tree, New South Wales. And that was Stylish Good Duck, owned by Mrs. Tessa Zappa. And that was a mare side by I'm a Good Duck and a Smart Poco Lena. So Wayne Brown will be next, and we've got Michael Rapley, Hannah Danziger, Jesse Britton and Ben O'Reilly. That'll take us to number 22. Thank you to Toowoomba Truck Spares. He's your customer service focused, multi-award-winning Western Star truck spare parts dealer.
I've been known to cause a few births. I can make you new friends.
So 211.5 there for Tessa, and that'll be a total of 423.5 over the 2 rounds. Our next competitor makes his home in Harrisville, Queensland. This will be number 18 on our draw. This will be Mr. Wayne Brown, going to be showing Desire the Boon, owned by Mr. Wayne Brown. This one's side by Once in a Blue Boon out of Desire a Freckle and was bred by Wayne Brown.
Helping white people dance. I got you in trouble. I've got a good woman at home who thinks I do no wrong, but sometimes, Lord, she just ain't always around. And you know
Thank you very much there, Wayne. That was Wayne Brown from Harrisville, Queensland, and that was Desire the Boon, owned by Wayne Brown. And that was signed by Once in a Blue Boon out of Desire Freckle. So Michael Rapley be next, and we've got Hannah Danziger, Jesse Britton, Ben O'Reilly, then Dan Steers.
Well, it changed my thinking when you changed your name.
So 190 on the show there for Wayne, and that'll be a total of 401 over the 2 rounds, 401. So we now move to number 19, the Binaway New South Wales competitor, Mr. Michael Rapley. Thank you very much to Cinch Australia. Cinch's clothing, durable yet stylish Western clothing for the whole family. In and out of the arena, make sure you look for the Cinch brand. So this will be Mr. Michael Rapley. Going to be showing Newburn Formula One, owned by Michael Rapley. This one's signed by Rolls Royce out of Cat Lady and was bred by Sandra Gleason.
Shining like a beacon on a cold dark night.
I got a splitting heartache. I got some thirsty years. Got some memories to wash away. But I ain't talking in tears. I've been listening to y'all all night. I'm sure you're good old boys. I ain't one for complaining, but that racket you're playing ain't nothing but noise. I wanna hear some beer and drinking songs about a love that all went wrong. The kind that put the honk in the honky tonk. I'll chug a lug a mug and sing along. Turn it up and I'll pour them down. A shot in between to help drown her out. Keep them coming all night long. I wanna hear some beer, drinking songs. I'm just a bull-riding cowboy. Broke a whole lot of bones. But I ain't never been hurt like this. All the times I've been thrown. You know a woman can mess up a man to where he ain't thinking right. Boys, if I were you, I'd change my tune, or there might be a fight. I wanna hear some beer and drinking songs about a love that all went wrong. The kind that put the honk in the honky tonk.
Thank you very much there, Michael. That was Michael Rapley from Binaway, New South Wales, and that was Newburn Formula One, owned by Michael Rapley. And that was signed by Rolls Royce out of Cat Lady. So Hannah Danziger will be next, and we have Jesse Britton, Ben O'Reilly, Dan Steers, and Felicity Burton. Thank you to Wazacow Mechanical Cow. Wazacow is a truly 100% portable mechanical cow training device.
Whatever makes you feel like a rock star. Yeah, you can kick it back, chill, you can rock hard.
So 216.5 on the show there for Michael, so that'll be a total of 432 over the 2 rounds, 432. That'll put him around second and third in the aggregate as of right now, as we'll take back the top 10. Let's move to the Brisbane Valley Queensland competitor, number 20 on the draw. Miss Hannah Danziger with Jag and Murata, owned by Damien Overton. This one a mare that was sired by Metallic Jaguar out of Dara Sacramento Blues and was bred by Casey Jensen.
Whatever makes you feel like a rock star.
times had the Pac-Man pattern memorized. But I've seen the stuff they put inside. Stretch Armstrong, yeah. Well, I was Roger Staubach in my backyard. Had a shoebox full of baseball cards and a couple of Evel Knievel scars on my right arm. Well, I was a kid when Elvis died, and my mama cried. It was 1970-something in the world that I grew up in. Fair faucet hairdo days, bell bottoms and 8-track tapes. And looking back now, I can see me. Oh man, did I look cheesy. But I wouldn't trade those days for nothing. Oh, it was 1970-something. It was the dawning of a new decade. We got our first microwave. Dad broke down and finally shaved the most sideburns off. I took the stickers off of my Rubik's Cube, watched MTV all afternoon. And my first love was Daisy Duke and them cut-off jeans. The space shuttle fell out of the sky, and the whole world cried. It was 1980-something in the world that I grew up in. Skating rinks and black Trans Ams, big hair and parachute pants. And looking back now, I can see me. And oh man, did I look cheesy. I wouldn't trade those days for nothing. Oh, it was 1980-something. Now I got a mortgage and an SUV, but all this responsibility.
Thank you very much there, Hannah. That was Hannah Danziger from Brisbane Valley, Queensland, and that was Jag and Murata, owned by Mr. Damien Overton. And that was a mare that was side by Metallic Jaguar at Adara Sacramento Blues. So Jesse Britton will be next, and we've got Ben O'Reilly, Dan Steers, Felicity Burton, and Dan Steers. Thank you very much to Cam Agricultural Group for supplying our show cattle throughout the show, and also the valued sponsor of the Feedlot Challenge later on the week. Thank you. So 189 with a total of 404 over the 2 rounds. As we move straight into Jessie Britton with JB Small Town Girl, owned by Jessie Britton. This one a mare that was side by Talifa Ray Docks out of EB's My Town and was bred by Mark Dench.
And love is a ship, time is the ocean, and life is a trip. You don't know where you're going till you know where you're at. And if you can't read the stars, well, you better have a map, a compass and a conscience, so you don't get lost at sea or on some old lonely island where no one wants to be. From the beginning of creation, I think our Maker had a plan for us to leave these shores and sail beyond the sand, and let the good light guide us through the waves and the wind, to the beaches in a world where we have never been. And we'll climb up on the mountain, y'all, we'll let our voices ring. When those who've never tried it, they'll be the first to sing. Oh, my, my. if I make it. And it might be a long, hard ride, but I'm gonna take it. Sometimes it seems that I don't have a prayer. I let the weather take me anywhere. But I know that I wanna go where the streets are gold, 'cause you'll be there. Oh my, my.
Thank you very much there, Jesse. That was Jessie Britton from Bective, New South Wales, and that was JB Small Town Girl, owned by Jessie Britton. And that was a mare side by Talifa Ray Docks out of EB's My Town. So Ben O'Reilly will be next to show. Then we've got Dan Steers, Felicity Burton, Dan Steers, and Laurie Lott. They'll take us up to number 26. So thank you very much to Thomas Arena Products, Australia's favourite arena drag, for being a long-time supporter of the Darling Downs Cutting Club Futurity show. So 209 on the show with a total of 425.5 over the 2 rounds. I'll put her in the top 10 as right now as we move to Ben O'Reilly from Tamworth with Ricker's Rebel, owned by the Westacre Performance Horses. This one a mare that was side by Metallic Rebel out of Ausland Pastures Ricky and was bred by Claire Murphy.
People say it's a one-horse town. There's nothing much to do when the sun goes down. They say that out loud at the Royal Hotel. You get a beer, get a fee, get a bite as well. You ever need to find me, write me a letter. Drop it in the mailbox and tell it to deliver it to Texas QLD 4385. And that's home sweet home out on the borderline. Well, this is not the USA. We do things our own way out in Texas QLD 4385. Well, Amy lives out on the Nebo Road. She took a trip to Warwick to the rodeo. Well, the boys out there could see she was hot, buzzing like bees round the honey pot. And they tried to crack a code, they tried to get a number. She took out a pen and she scratched down something about Texas QLD 4385. And that's home sweet home out on the borderline. Well, this is not the USA. We do things our own way out in Texas QLD 4385.
So did leave working area before time. That was Ben O'Reilly from Tamworth, New South Wales. And that was Rickus Rebel, owned by the Westacre Performance Horses. And that was a mare side by Metallic Rebel out of Ausland Pastures Ricky. So that'll be a total of 212.5 over the 2 rounds. So Dan Steers will be next, and we'll have Felicity Burton, Dan Steers once again, then Laurie Lott, then Bridie Hughes. That'll take us to number 27. Also, you'll be able to win a free service to Regent for our 30th anniversary. Just to help celebrate this year, Paxton Pulford and Rebecca Cadso have kindly donated a service to the exceptional stallion Regent. The prestigious prize will be for all aged event and open nominations, who will be automatically put into the draw. So this will be the Katingal, New South Wales competitor, Mr. Dan Steers, with Shirley Goes to Congress, owned by the Barloo Pastoral. Also on a gelding that was sired by Hazelwood Congressman out of Shirley Shining and was bred by Pete and Marie Rogan.
Then I took my songs and guitar and sang 'em to a man. Like birds on a high line, they line up at night time at the barn. They all once were lovebirds, now bluebirds are all that they are. They landed in hell the minute they fell from love's sky. Now they hope in the wide that they'll find a new way to fly. A new way to fly, far away from goodbye, above the clouds and the rain, the memories and pain, and the tears that they cry. Now the lesson's been learned. They've all crashed and burned, but they can leave it behind if they could just find a new way to fly. By the end of the night, they'll be high as a kite once again. They don't seem to mind all the time or the money they spend. It's a high price to pay to just find a way to get by.
Thank you very much there, Dan. That was Dan Steers, Tingle, New South Wales. That was Shirley Goes to Congress, owned by the Barloo Pastoral. That was a gelding, sired by Hazelwood Congressman out of Shirley Shining. So Felicity Burton will be next, and we've got Dan Steers, Laurie Lott, Bridie Hughes, then Ben O'Reilly. That'll take us to number 28.
I'm glad that we agree, believe me. That's a big relief. Well, this place is awful crowded and this music is so loud. Would you like to go and grab a bite to eat? Me neither.
So 2:13 on the show there for Dan, and that'll be a total of 4:24 and a half over the two rounds. So we now move to the Brimaroo Queensland competitor, number 24 on the draw.
Take this slow, darling, tell me, would you like to dance? Me neither.
This will be Felicity Burton with Ellipsis, owned by Felicity Burton. This will be number 24 we're watching today, and also welcome to our viewers that are watching it on the webcast.
I can see an empty booth. Would you like to maybe sit and talk a while?
I never saw the end in sight. Fools are kind of blind. Thought everything was going all right, but I was running out of time. 'Cause you had one foot out the door, I swear I didn't see. But if you're really going away, here's some final words from me. Baby, write this down, take a little note to remind you in case you didn't know. Tell yourself I love you and I don't want you to go. Write this down. Take my words and read them every day. Keep them close by, don't you
sign it at the bottom of the page. I'll swear under oath, 'cause every single word is true, and I think you need to know. So use it as a bookmark, stick it on your refrigerator door, hang it in a picture frame up above the mantel where you'll see it for sure. Maybe write this down, take a little note to remind you in case you didn't know. Tell yourself I love you and I don't want you to go. Write this down. Take my words and read them every day. Keep them close by, don't you let them fade away. So you'll remember what I forgot to say. Write this down.
Thank you very much there, Felicity. That was Felicity Burton from Brimaroo, Queensland, and that was Ellipsis, owned by Felicity Burton. So Dan Steers will be next, and we've got Laurie Lott, Bridie Hughes, Ben O'Reilly, then Peter McCallum. That'll take us to number 29. So please like the Darling Downs Cutting Club social page on Facebook. They'll be having plans for their early weekend show at the start of around 2026, and then they have their Futurity show getting planned once again for July 2026. So 2:16 on the show there for Felicity, and that will be a new aggregate leader, 4:35. So a round of applause to Felicity. She'll go to number 1 in the aggregate. So we now move to Dan Steers, once again with Bingley Olivia, owned by Dan and Pia Steers. This one a mare that was sired by R.S. Chisholm out of Bingley Duchess and was bred by Dan and Pia Steers.
just don't know. For all the years that I've spent riding, I don't have much to show. While she waits there alone, hoping I'll come back to stay. But there's always one more mile to drive down another lonesome highway, and I keep one hand in the rigging and one hand on the wheel. No matter how far down the road I go, there's always one more rodeo. She'd like for me to settle down, but long as I'm still living, I'll keep one hand on the wheel and one hand in the rigging. I'll keep one hand on the wheel and one hand in the rigging.
Thank you very much there, Dan. That was Dan Steers from Katingal, New South Wales. And that was Bingley Olivia, owned by Dan and Pia Steers. And that was a mare sired by R.S. Chisholm out of Bingley Duchess. Also, there was a correction on that last score, was 2:15, but still the aggregate leader at 4:34.
Hanging in the back blast, putting knife on my
So Laurie Lott's going to be next. We've got Bridie Hughes, Ben O'Reilly, Peter McCallum, and Jack Bradhow will be last out. So while that score's coming through there for Dan, we'll move to the Tamworth New South Wales competitor. Well, we missed Laurie Lott with SDP San Antonio. Owned by the Delta Quarter Horse stud, Laurie Lott. This one in gelding, side by Sandman out of Snookham's TR, and was bred by Sharon Meehan.
Loving him is like driving a new Maserati down a dead-end street. Faster than the wind, passionate as sin, ending so suddenly. Loving him is like trying to change your mind once you're already flying through the free fall. Like the colors in autumn so bright, just before they lose it all. Losing him is blue like I never known. Missing him was dark gray all alone. Forgetting him was like trying to know somebody you never met. But loving him was red. Loving him was Touching him was like realizing all you ever wanted was right there in front of you. Memorizing him was as easy as knowing all the words to your old favorite song. Fighting with him was like trying to solve a crossword and realizing there's no right answer. Regretting him was like wishing you never found out that love could be that strong. Losing him was blue like I never known. Missing him was dark gray all alone. Forgetting him is like trying to know somebody you never met. Loving him was red. Oh, red. Burning red. Remembering him comes in flashbacks and echoes. Tell myself it's time now. Gotta let go, but moving on from him is impossible when I still see it on.
Thank you very much there, Laurie. That was Laurie Lott from Tamworth, New South Wales, and that was STP San Antonio, owned by Laurie Lott and the Delta Quarter Horse stud. And that was a gelding, side by Sandman out of Snookham's TR. Also, Dan Steers was a 196 on his showing with a total of 405 over the 2 rounds. Bridie Hughes is going to be next. And we've got Ben O'Reilly, Peter McCallum, Jack Bradhour. So 4 more to show in this show, in this herd. Herd number 2 of 8 today.
I left my mobile phone at home and went out back for a week. I stood beneath the tree of knowledge, let my imagination run way back to the great
So 205 on the show there for Laurie, and that'll be a total of 395 over the 2 rounds. So we now move to the Biggerton Queensland competitor, number 27. And this will be Miss Bridie Hughes with Gweneva, owned by the Nathan Wilson Training Stables. The same mare that was side by Benaya out of Tass's Lethal Spin and was bred by Nathan Wilson.
Here you come knocking on my door, baby. Tell me what you got on your mind. I guess those college boys all went home for the summertime.
Thank you very much there, Bridie. That was Bridie Hughes from Biggerton, Queensland, and that was Guinevere, owned by the Nathan Wilson Training Stables. And that was a mare side by Benaya out of Tassis Lethal Spin. So Ben O'Reilly's going to be next, and Peter McCallum and Jack Bradhouse. So 3 more to show in this herd.
She was a fast machine, she kept her motor clean. She was the best damn woman that I'd ever seen. Had sightless eyes, telling me no lies, knocking me out with those American thighs.
So 210 on the show there for Bridie, 210. So that'll be a total of 423 over the 2 rounds. Unofficially right now, the bubble's sitting at 423.5 to make it back. So we now move to the Tamworth, New South Wales competitor, number 28 on the draw. This will be Mr. Ben O'Reilly with Rain on Time, owned by the Westacre Performance Horses. This one a mare that was side by E.B.'s Phalaris out of This Girl Has Time and was bred by Mark and Joanne Smith in Emerald, Queensland.
Clean shirt, new shoes, and I don't know where I'm going to. Silk suit, black tie. I don't need a reason why. They come running just as fast as they can. 'Cause every girl's crazy about a sharp-dressed man. Go watch diamond ring. I ain't missing not a single thing. Cuff links, stick pin. I step out, I'm gonna do you in. They come running just as fast as they can. 'Cause every girl's crazy about a sharp-dressed man. Top coat, top hat. I don't worry 'cause my wallet's fat. Black shades, white gloves. Looking sharp and looking for love. They come running just as fast as they can. 'Cause every girl's crazy about it.
Thank you very much there, Ben. That was Ben O'Reilly from Tamworth, New South Wales. And that was Rain on Time, owned by the Westacre Performance Horses. And that was a mare that was side by E.B.'s Phalaris out of This Girl Has Time. So Peter McCallum be next, and Jack Bradhouse. So 2 more to show in our Snafflebit Futurity go round number 2.
Let's just say for now.
So 213 on the show there for Ben. And that'll be a total of 420 over the 2 rounds. So we'll now move to Walker, New South Wales.
If I ever get down to your way, or you're ever up around my
This is number 29 we're looking at right now. Thank you to Jason and Rachel Leach for being our sponsor of the Peyton Hansen Memorial Snafflebit Futurity for 2025. Peter McCallum with Contour Daddy's Return, owned by Mrs. Talia Jensen. This one in gelding, side by One More Daddy out of Destiny's Returns, and was bred by Peter Dowling.
looking good looking son of a gun. Yeah, red, blonde, brunette, blue eyes, green, brown, every which way up, sideways and down. Cowboys, cowboys, well, they love cowgirls. They put the yippee-ki-yay in your giddy up and go. Yeehaw in your midnight rodeo. Well, I raise my glass, tip my hat, buddy, I can tell you it's a natural born fact. Cowboys, cowboys, oh, they love cowgirls. Yeah, they do wop diddy double hands full of pretty, that's right. Oh, they doggone right on pure deluxe delight. With or without hats, high heels or boots, no doubt, flat out, some kind of cute. Cowboys, cowboys, well, they love cowgirls. They put the yippee-ki-yay in your giddy up and go. The yeehaw in your midnight rodeo. Well, I raise my glass, tip my hat. Oh, I'm here to tell you it's a natural born fact.
Thank you very much, Sir Peter. That was Peter McCallum from Walker, New South Wales, and that was Contour Daddy's Return, owned by Mrs. Talia Jensen. And that was a gelding side by One More Daddy out of Destiny's Returns. So Jack Bredhauer is going to be last out in the Snafflebit Futurity go round number 2. We'll have the Open Derby go round number 1 of that event coming your way, with the Jamie Seckham herd settling team will be settling that first herd. So next competitor makes his home at Denogan, New South Wales, formerly from Charters Towers in North Queensland. So 206 on the show there for Peter, and that'll be a total of 419. So number 30 on our draw we're looking at, Mr. Jack Bredhauer. Also lock in the dates of the Blonde River Cutters Futurity show at St George, Queensland. That'll be the 22nd to the 31st of August. You can find out all the details on the Blonde River Cutters social page on Facebook. Let's watch Jack Bredhauer with Chikiro One Hard Moment, owned by Miss Rebecca Fletcher. This one a gelding that was side by Strawn Parks in just a moment out of Sunita's Henriette. So best of luck to Jack.
Blue Kentucky Highway, heading for the line. She hadn't said a word all night, but the wheels are turning in her mind. Now I was riding shotgun, I knew things had gone awry. Just as soon as she dropped me off at the side of the road, and she lit that gravel blind. Now I'm walking in the moonlight, seeing nothing but the tail lights. And that's a pair of tail lights I may never see again. She hit me with her left and right, showing me nothing but the tail lights. And that's about as lonely as a highway's ever been. Back here with my thumb out in the wind. Was it something that I did to her, or the things I never said? I wonder if the way
never see again. She hit me with her left and right, showing me nothing but the tail lights. That's about as lonely as a highway's ever been. Back here with my thumb out in the wind. Well, I'll bet right now she's laughing at how she brought me to my knees. But she won't be laughing half as loud.
Thank you very much there, Jack. Very soon.